Hey, hello. I'm Pastor Elliot Stokes of RCCG Faith Alive Church. And I want you to know that today, this morning, as a matter of fact, I became pastor and activist. Not just pastor anymore, but activist to do things that affect our community and to stand up for those who are being disenfranchised and to talk out and speak against stupid things that are being said by politicians to continue the divisive nature of what's already going on in the narrative of this country. I just heard the stupidest comment from my former mayor in New York City, Mayor Giuliani. The nerve for him to come up with the rhetoric that he is speaking out and that he's talking about right now, to totally disregard the 2 lives that were taken senselessly and to give more credence to the ones that were taken in Dallas, shows that the country is getting it and the politicians still haven't figured it out. So we're continuing to go through the motions instead of actually doing something. So now we have people, instead of being empathetic and recognizing that both parties and both acts were senseless, and that even the act in Dallas was driven by the first 2 senseless acts, and then the nerve of politicians to come out and tweet when it came to the police and totally disregard the man Castile and the innocent man Sterling, shows that they still don't get it and that they're actually stoking a powder keg for something to happen all over again. The key, politicians, is that people are feeling as if they have no rights and they have no help. And it does not help for you to sit in your house and have your car and have your tea and have a normal life when most of us are living in war zones. And now particularly, we're not just fighting our own community, people that's in our community, thugs and crooks in our own community. Now we're fighting those who're supposed to be on the side of the law. And it's a difference, Mr. Mayor, than someone who has a badge and someone who doesn't. There's enough respect for policemen, even though some people go off as a lone wolf and do things like that. But there is not enough respect for individual lives and innocent victims who are continually being taken out and taken away from their family. I'm a pastor, and I don't fear death, but I fear for the life of my family, and I fear for the life of my children. I'm concerned that they will be complying with the law and still wind up with no way out and still wind up with their life taken. You explain that, Mr. Mayor, when that comes to your own house. And no longer is it down in another neighborhood, but now the war has come to your own neighborhood. That is the rhetoric that you're spreading. Your divisive speech, is what's causing the powder keg to get bigger and bigger. And I'm getting a whole lot of other people with me, as man of the cloth, are coming out against this hate speech. Jesus called us to love one another. But you know what? Humanity calls us to love one another as well. And if you don't know what to say, be quiet and let somebody else do the talking.